What is going on, gamers? Aevatrex here, and what you are watching right now is what's called the Lords Mobile. It is IGG's new game that's gonna be coming out here pretty soon. I believe they mentioned it was around March that it will be released. So right now it is not a fully released game, and the main thing that you see once you start the game is your kingdom. Now, I have been playing a few days just to take a look at all the game modes, everything that it has to offer, and I am really enjoying it. So let's go ahead and just get started from what you see in the screen. This is pretty much everything that I've built so far. It is not all the way finished. As you can tell, there are some empty spaces where I can build things, but every building has something that they do. So, for instance, this is the embassy, and the embassy allows you to deploy or hold allied troops. And any sort of building that you go to, there's this little eye right there, and if you click it, it gives you all the information that you need on each building. So, for instance, if you go over here to my watchtower, you click on that eye, and it gives you all the information that you need. And that goes for every single building. Now you have like farms, and you have mines, because you have to build an army, and to build an army you have to have a strong economy to uphold it. So the main thing that I want to point out is on the top right corner, you see all of the food, the stone, the wood, all of that, all of those resources you need to be able to upgrade your buildings and build new ones. And as you can tell, the food one, which I'm going to click right now, the resource I have right now 107,000, but it's actually flashing red. The reason that's flashing red is because my upkeep per hour is actually in the negatives. It's actually negative 9,000 per hour, and the reason being is because my army is so large right now. This is my full army, and we'll get into the army just a little bit. So I have about 9,000 troops, and to upkeep those troops, I have to go and get more and more food, which we'll get into more later. But just off of what we're seeing right now, this is actually very fun. These are open spaces right here. So there I can build a manor, barracks, infirmary, and all of that. Now, to unlock more spaces, you have to defeat these things. So you go right into that. And this is called Skirmish 5 Battle of Gloria. So once you go in here, you basically see their might, you see the boss that you have to defeat, and you can choose to scout them. Now it gives you the battle tips. Use infantry or ranged units with siege engines to overcome the strong walls and troops or and traps. And it tells you the bosses that are going to be there and all of the information that you need. So as long as your army is strong enough, what you can do is you can go ahead and choose to attack. There you go. Now it automatically choose all of your troops that you have, and you can actually choose to take two heroes. You can usually take up to five, but because I just started, I'm kind of limited there. But you see all of the heroes that I've gathered so far, and we'll get more into that later because it's not like Castle Clash. You don't actually roll for new heroes. So now that I've picked the two strongest that I feel, I go ahead and hit battle, and we're able to see that battle. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at this. Now there's some dialogue here. Go forth and leave none alive, says the Demon Slayer. And you see the heroes that I chose, and we basically go army versus army. Now we're looking at it from our viewpoint, but you can actually pause it at any time. You can continue it and actually switch the viewpoint. That way you see what's going on. Now on the bottom, you can see the troops that I am losing compared to the troops that they're losing, and you just basically see how it unfolds. Now, of course, once you scout them, it basically tells you what is the troops that you want to use. So I've been actually hiring a lot of ranged troops and a lot of infantry to go ahead and take on this Death Knight. Let's go ahead and switch the vantage point here, and as you can tell, they're actually losing a lot more troops. Now they go ahead and they usually retreat the first go around, but that doesn't actually end everything. Even though they retreat, you can actually go ahead and attack them once again. So that's exactly what we're going to do. There we go. Now their troops do not come back. So once you have the advantage and they retreat, you pretty much have to keep going at it. That way you actually are able to defeat every single one. So there we go. As you can tell, those troops are getting just completely annihilated. And the final boss is all the way in the back there, which I believe is called Death Knight. I actually really like the design, and it actually does remind me of the actual Death Knight from the game Castle Clash, which is actually kind of cool. Now, the main hero that you see for me up there is kind of like the Paladin of Castle Clash. He does okay damage, but he's mainly there to tank. That is the main objective here. There we go. They're down to about 500 troops, which is perfect. And there we go. They retreat. And then the only thing that's left is just the Death Knight with the few troops that he has left. So one more attack and we should be able to overtake this. You see how their might is just actually dropping and dropping and dropping. So here we go. This should be enough to actually overtake everything, and we should be able to take it over. There we go. Let's see, they have 480 troops right now, and that is decreasing rather fast. There you go. So once we get rid of those troops, we go straight for the heroes, and we should be able to take them out. There we go. 40 troops left. 14, 1, and then that's over. It's over. We're able to take over. Now you take a look at my casualties. It was only 36 for me, and then 488 for them. Now that they're out of troops, I pretty much just take over this whole side. Inside of my kingdom, I get experience, hero experience. That's gone, and then what's gonna happen is, you get to take over that land. So you see it says new turf conquered. Now I'm able to build manor, barracks, and infirmary. So that basically furthers my my kingdom, and I can build more stuff to it. Now you take a look at this little bouncing chest. You click on it and it gives you resources. And the funny thing is that every 14 or 15 minutes, it gives you more and more resources. And once it's ready, it sends a notification on your phone. And once you've collected it 20 times, it gives you a ×5 reward. So the game just kind of makes you keep coming back to collect resources. And then there's just a lot of things that the game has going on at once. So one of the main things is you can go ahead and you go to your academy and you can choose to upgrade either economy, defense, military, or monster hunting. So for instance, to have a strong military, you have to have a strong economy. So I've been investing on that. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on Vault Management. You click on that and then you click on Help. And your guildmates can actually help you build that, reduce the time, etc. And then another thing here is once you click on the guild, you see this little gift level, which is right there. If a guild member kills a monster outside of your realm, which we will get into that in just a bit, you actually get some loot out of that yourself. So if you're in a guild that does that a lot, you actually get resources from that myself. So for instance, I got a Frostwing Claw, which I can use to better my equipment. Now, here's basically the best way to go about that. I'm going to go straight to my hero. Now, these are things that I can actually equip. I can forge, and out of all of that I've received, I can actually forge different equipment to further my hero. And there's different levels. There's green, blue, purple, and gold. I'm pretty sure you guys are pretty familiar about how that works. So the further you go, the further you'll be getting your hero stronger. Now let's talk about the world, because the resources and war is going to be a big part of this game. Here is my little kingdom. Right now I am at 116,000. I say my little kingdom. Oh, and there's Hirsch. You guys know Hirsch. The thing about that is, actually this is Hirsch. There is some people here that are actually ridiculous. I mean, look at their might, almost 2 million, 513,000. So we're still babies. But the thing that's really cool about this is that it's real time. So you see that little arrow, you actually seeing people collecting resources. And the way that you do that is, for instance, right here, you see that there's a rich vein level 4, and it's got ore. So what you can do is you can click on gather, and you can actually get your troops and send them to gather that. And depending on how far it is from the map, it's going to take them longer the farther it is. So for instance, right now I need food. So there is a level 4 field right here that only has 12,000, but if it doesn't have enough for you, what you can do is you can keep on looking around to see which one is the closest to you, like this one. There it goes. It's unoccupied, so what I can do is I can send my troops, they go over there, they go ahead and get all of the resources that they need, and then they come back. A lot of you probably are wondering, what are these dragons that are here? These are the things that you can actually attack. So for instance, that Frostwing that I got, the little loot, is because a guild member was able to kill one of these, and we were able to get that. Now, let me go ahead and see if I can find one that I can actually attack. I probably don't have one near me, just because they're really high level. No, it doesn't look like it. I don't think I have enough levels to actually attack one of those. But there are different monsters in the world that you can attack and actually get experience from. Now, this is only the first realm. This is called the Lorad Kingdom. There's actually a Fairmeth Kingdom and a Roseneth Kingdom. There's a ton of different kingdoms, and the areas are huge. So that's a very big aspect of this game. But let's go back to my kingdom. Okay, now, because heroes are going to be a big part of this. So you click on this little symbol here, and you're able to see the heroes that I currently have, their levels, and you actually get equipment for them. So let's go ahead and click on my Night Raven, and you see here that he's got an impaler, and he's got just different equipment that you get, and I'm going to show you exactly how you go about getting these. Now, you go ahead and go into this statue here. And then there are different little paths that you can take. So let me go ahead and go into the elite one. Because it's kind of like the dungeons in Castle Clash. You beat the first level, then the second level unlocks, and then the next level, and the next level, etc. So for instance, once I go ahead and click on this, it tells me what is actually dropped from these. But not only that, it actually tells me the information on the enemy. And let me go ahead and attack this real quickly. It gives you 5 heroes that you can choose. So for instance, if I want, different heroes, I can just, pick them however I want. But let's go ahead and go with the big damage one. Each hero has a different proc. So it is kind of like Castle Clash in that every hero has a different proc. The only difference is that you actually are able to control when they proc. So you see the green bar is obviously their health, and then the yellow bar is their proc. And you see my Night Raven is fully ready to proc, but I can actually control that proc. Right now, he's ready to go, but I don't want to proc just yet. But let's say that I did. So I'm going to take this mage, I'm going to tap on him, and I'm going to hold it. And then what I can do is I can actually control where he procs. So unlike Thunder Guy, where it's all random, I can actually control it. So there we go. Let's do it. And then he procs directly there. There we go. Alright, and then these stages, you can get different items from them, and then there's usually 3 stages. The first 2 are like regular mobs, and then the last one is where you run into bosses. Here we go. This is where the boss appears. Now, I'm going to click on Night Raven, and I'm going to go ahead and control where he procs, and I'm going to pick the big mob that's coming right at us. Boom. Now, this one right here is actually the little healer. So it's like the druid of the team, or the golem. So I don't really necessarily have to pick where she's going to heal, because she's always going to be healing the 5 heroes. And then once I release it, she heals, and then you see that there is reinforcement that they can actually get. So then now what I can do is I can actually control and choose to attack the ones in the back with him, and then while I'm actually attacking the ones in the front with this guy. So you can actually control your battles a lot more than usual. So we're able to defeat the last boss, and then we get the drops. Here we go. We get the 3 crowns, I guess you can call it. You see the rewards that we get there. Keep in mind that your heroes can only go up to your level. So if you can see here on the bottom left, I'm level 25. My heroes are level 23. My heroes cannot go higher than level 25 until I level up. And of course, by leveling up, you just gotta finish quests, build things, do more of these, etc. Alright, there we go. We're able to defeat that, 118. And now we're going to go into the next level. There we go. Okay, now here's basically the way that I was able to get the new heroes. So right now I am on chapter 4. But for instance, I just cleared chapter 3, which is Ghostly Wind. I cleared all of these stages that you can see. And at the end, by defeating this one, I actually unlocked a new hero. So yes, you can unlock heroes. You don't have to roll for them. But not only that, keep in mind that what I'm doing here is I'm using stamina, which is the red heart over here. And it says used to enter hero stages. Stamina recovers over time. So it tells you that my stamina is going to be full again in about 2 hours. But let's say that you're going to sleep and you sleep your 8 hours, your stamina is kind of full and you don't want to go through all those battles over and over. You can click on any that let's just say that you've 3 flamed, and there is the sweep option. So yes, sweeping is actually in this game as well. So you can choose to sweep it one time, and there you go. It tells you the experience, the items that you get, and you also get speed up items, which I see that I'm actually getting a lot. And then you get different items to increase your hero's experience. You can choose to do it one time, or you can choose to do it 10 times. That way you can just do it really quickly, and that way you don't waste energy. Now, all of these paths, you unlock heroes, you unlock equipment, you unlock all of these things, but let me go ahead and show you exactly what you want to do with it. So let's go ahead and go into this. Now, this is the brand new hero that I just unlocked by finishing chapter 3, which is called Scarlet Bolt. So it asks you higher, so of course I'm going to say yes. We're going to go ahead and unlock her, new hero, Scarlet Bolt. Brand new acquired, level 1. So of course you see that it's level 1. Everybody else is around level 23, which is fine because you get so much experience items that she can get up to level 23 really fast. And not only that, I can just go ahead and equip her with a lot of the new items. And I'm going to show you something that is very similar to evolving a hero, for instance. So let's go ahead and go back to the screen. I click on this experience, and you see that I have 146 honey baked ham and 29 lamb chops. So let me go ahead and use the lamb chops. That way I can take her up to level 1. Now keep in mind, I've only really been playing a few days. So with just a few days time, I can go ahead and take a hero all the way up to 19 right away. I don't want to wait for the whole thing. And then let's go ahead and do it again. And you see that, well, we'll just leave it at level 23. There we go. And now she is up to par just that quick, just because I was able to save those items. So now that she's up to par, let's go ahead and finish equipping her. There we go. There we go. And keep in mind that these items are the items that drops once you go through the chapters and all of that. But once they are fully equipped, it gives you the option to promote the heroes. Now, to promote the heroes, it boosts their power. So I'm going to go ahead and promote. I'm going to go ahead and just finish that because it's free. Anything under 5 minutes pretty much is free. And then you take her up to rank 2. And as you see, again, because I've been gathering equipment, I'm able to equip her real quickly with everything. There we go. Boost her power. And there we go. It gives me the option to take her up to rank 3. So we're going to go ahead and do that. But while we do that, keep in mind that you can also take a look at all of her skills, what it unlocks and everything. And also you can take a look at her stats and the background information of each hero. And every boss fight or every fight that you go to isn't the same. So every one lineup is not going to work. Like, for instance, I'll give you one perfect example. I was going up against, let's go back here. I was going up against this guy right here, Lord of the Ghouls, which is the Death Knight. and I was not able to beat him for the longest until I was able to use the little my little Frost Witch hero that freezes him, kind of like Arctica, and that was able to make the whole difference for me. Not only that, there is actually a few other things that I want to point out. There is other different quests, like for instance the turf quest. These are the things that you actually do while you're on your own turf. Like have 8 heroes, that gives you resources and experience and all of that. But there's actually admin quests and guild quests that you can complete. And the funny thing about that is that let me go ahead and go into the guild. If I can find it. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Okay, so in the guild, you're actually able to send help to people, and then you just help them all, and then with that, you are able to get daily guild coins, and that guild coin is actually currency to do things like change your name, move your kingdom to a different place, etc. So you can do that just by helping people in the guild, which is actually very, very nice. Of course, there is also going to be the gem options. They have different gem things that you can buy, different packs that come with different things. But that's obviously it's optional. You don't necessarily have to do that. Like, look, I can go ahead and collect this mystery box again, and it just keeps rewarding me, and it keeps rewarding me. And then, of course, with this, it keeps track of what's going on. And then if you see any sort of building that's kind of have this little sleep sign, it means that it's idle. And you don't ever want to have anything idle. You want to keep training your troops. You want to keep researching and keeping up with your kingdom. So there's just so much to do in this game. Like for instance, you can take a look at your talents. Every time you level up, you can implement your talents. So for instance, if you want a really strong offense, you can go down the squad offense, cavalry offense, ranged offense, all of that. But if you first want to build up your economy, you can go down the economy route. I mean, there's just so many things that you can do, and you get 1 point every time you level up. Actually, no, I think it's like 3 points every time you level up. So you see that I have 16. So let me go ahead and up my ranged offense, and there you go. And then you have different builds. You can reset it for 1,000 gems, but I've been playing completely free to play, and over a few days I've gathered just over 1,350 gems. So it's not like it's crazy. And these buildings aren't here permanently. You can actually demolish and choose to have I don't know, all 5 mines if you really need the resource that that is giving you. So all of these little things, as far as your hero, your let me go ahead and go here and show you one other thing here. This is the main hero, and you can go ahead and forge specific weapons. Like for instance, the fatal flail, you can choose to forge, and it tells you the items that you need to forge. Now, if you don't have that item, here's another thing that you can do with each hero if you want to equip all of them. So let's go to one that doesn't have everything. Let's see. He is missing this one. Well, he's not high level enough. Level 23. Okay, so he is missing this. I don't have a Grim Totem. I have 0, and it requires hero level 23. So he is level 23. So you click on how to get, and it tells you exactly where you can get them. So it is at 318, and you can just keep trying to beat this until you get it. Now the problem with this one is that I did not 3-flame it per se, so I can't sweep it. So I have to go back and try to 3-flame it so I can sweep it over and over. But you basically get the point. If you have an item that you need and that you are needing, you can actually just go ahead and it tells you exactly how you can obtain it. So it's not a big mystery or anything like that. I really do think that this game is one of those games that just keeps you coming back. There's always some sort of reward, something's going on, some training, researching. The world is just so big. It tells you when somebody might be attacking you. You can build your defenses, and keep in mind that this game is not even fully complete. So take a look at all of the speed ups that I have gotten just over a few days. So I've gotten 10 of an hour speed ups. So that's huge. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Looks like somebody in my guild was able to defeat Frostwing again. So I get free loot. You know, that's really nice. Because I can't beat Frostwing by myself. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, there's just so many things that go into this game. So many little things like the heroes, your kingdom, your economy, your army. Is a lot to keep up with, and a lot of it just keeps you coming back to make sure that you get stronger and stronger. You're able to actually attack other people's kingdom. So let's see. I don't know. Let's see this guy. So we'll see here that his name, I guess the name is 15357. I can actually choose to scout him. I can choose to attack him. And you know, if you have enemies or if you make enemies somehow, you can go out all out war, which is actually pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, the game is the Lords Mobile. I'm going to go ahead and leave the link to their Facebook page. That way you guys can stay up to date on when they're going to be released and all of that. So if you guys choose to check this game out, go ahead and go on their Facebook page and let them know that Aevatrex sent you. I believe they actually have some promos where if you pledge to play when it's released, they actually have some events to give you some starter packs and all of that. So I can't wait to play. Unfortunately, from what I hear, is I won't be able to keep this account because it's going to be a totally different server. So that kind of sucks. But since it was just to try it out and play it and basically give you guys a sneak peek on it, I don't really mind it. I can tell you for the last few days, I've had a lot of fun with this game. So that's pretty much it. Now, there's probably a ton of things that I didn't get to show you guys because there's just so much. But I hope you guys can see how it all works. It reminds me of an older game that I used to play, but just more in depth with the heroes and the stamina and all of that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And again, visit their page. Let them know Aevatrex sent you. I think I will be checking this game out once it comes out, but we'll have to see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed this little mini walkthrough. I probably missed quite a few things because there's just way too much stuff to cover. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and until later. Bye.